Hi, my name is Jonathan Skinner. This is the first of a short series of videos about a live research project called Renovation on the Rock. It is part of an event rights mobility funded by the EU, and much gratitude to the principal investigator for supporting this, to Surrey colleagues for giving the time and space, and to collaborators at George Mason University and Rosen College in Florida. And in this video, I'd like to just sort of try and situate the project, and in subsequent videos, you will hopefully see and hear me in the field actually conducting the research. So as you can see, I'm at home, I'm at London. I am in the preparation phase. I am going in 3 days' time to fly to Miami for 23 days of research. I will be staying in various parts of the city, engaging with the local community and looking at how the stadium and the major sporting event of the Miami Open, an ATP male tennis tour competition, how it engages with its local tennis fan base, sporting fan base, and the local community. Is it part of the city? A city, Miami, known as being a city of different enclaves, a tropical, controversial part of the United States, a place that's known as being the American Riviera. And the Miami Open is an interesting competition because it's moved and relocated itself around the city over the last 30-40 years. In the mid-80s, 85, 86, it first took place up in Delray Beach, up in the north. It then moved down to Boca Raton, and then from about 1986 to 2019, it was hosted in the Key Biscayne, which is a beautiful island linked to the mainland by a sort of a motorway, strip road, a freeway, and it's surrounded by water. It's got national public parks. It's very open. You can get very close to the players. There's a sort of sunken stadium that was purpose built as a tennis venue, and it's where people play tennis all year round. It moved in 2019 to the Hard Rock Stadium, and this is in the sort of west central part of the city, a place called Miami Gardens. It's the place where the Miami Dolphins are hosted as the city's American football team. So where they have baseball, and it's also going to be where they have the FIFA World Cup and where they're starting to integrate Formula One racing in and around the stadium. So I'm really interested in how a large-scale stadium renovates itself, reestablishes its presence in the city, maintains its contemporariness, makes itself a current place. And the Miami approach has been to host a number of very different major sporting events, and to do so by giving people a taster of not just the sport, but also the sort of the tropical Caribbean sort of vibe of hospitality, of sun, of vibrant neon-like colors, and it has an art gallery. It has local sort of cuisine. It has Latin bands playing. It is a different feel, as many of the visitors suggest, to other competitions, especially in the tennis world, such as the US Open. It has been characterized as being the winter Wimbledon, for example. So I'm hoping to go there and to undertake a series of qualitative interviews to look at people's experiences and how they react to this movement from Biscayne to the Hard Rock Stadium, from a tropical-like island with palm trees to what one Guardian journalist has referred to as a stadium that could be anywhere in America. It has a freeway and large parking booths sort of alongside the stadium. Critically, I want to know how the local environments engage with the stadium and how involved people are in the community with the hospitality industry in the stadium, how the visitors, the tourists, and the locals are being hosted. What is hospitality industry like in this venue for the Miami Open? Has it changed across the decades of hosting the Miami Open? So it's quite open at the moment as a project. I'm hoping to visit the various venues that Miami Open was in, and to engage with the tennis laboring industry, labor and laboring, as the first venue was built by Rod Laver's brother before his untimely demise, and to look at the controversial shifts until it ended up in the Miami Gardens sort of leisure and sporting complex district. So hopefully this gives you a taster of what the project Renovation on the Rock is about. And I look forward to subsequent recordings to sort of bring you along this research journey. Thank you for listening.